Hey everybody, I'm Franz here with Sentinel. This is Fenton, Missouri's new 109-foot Rosenbauer EXT body Commander chassis. Let's go for a little tour. All right, hey everybody, let's get a couple of facts about this truck out of the way before we go for our tour. So 42 feet 3 inches long, 12 foot 2 inches tall, 23,000 pound front axle, 54,000 pound air ride rear axle, and then a 500 horsepower Cummins X12 engine. So like I said, this is Fenton's first 109 foot aerial. They got a decent amount of Rosenbauers from us, so I think this is truck, boy, I don't know, 5, maybe 6. But this is their first tandem 100-footer. So starting up here in the front, Commander cabin chassis, 28-inch, 26-inch front bumper extension. It's got a 200-foot electric cord reel up here, trash line over here, and then they have a couple of battery-operated tools that are going to sit inside of here, cutter and just a spreader up here. So a couple pretty neat things. A great way to utilize the front bumper when you have space. If you can forward the angle of approach, then put some stuff up here, it just gets you more body compartment space in the back. So Wayland LED warning lights, Fire Tech scene lights. It's got a roto ray. Fenton runs a bunch of roto rays. Some pretty cool stuff on it. So kind of working our way down the driver's side. This is our 70-inch long cab, center of the front axle, the back of the cab, 70-inch, which buys just a little compartment. Flat roof. I told you it was 12 foot 2 inches tall. Fenton had a height restriction at one of their engine houses. So this one's a flat roof, aerial over the top, obviously. It's got the little flip down step, handle here to get on the bumper, just some cool little stuff in there. A couple of additional things. It's got a handrail down in here. We don't do a bunch of these, but an option from Rosenbauer. Multiplexed electrical system, Havis console in the middle. This is our composite dash, which is color coded on the interior. Just some neat features. Keypad locks on the outside of the truck there. Locks are becoming more and more of a thing. We used to never really do power locks, but it seems like with theft, depending on some of those things, and Fenton's a nice area, nothing to worry about, but power locks are becoming a big deal. So again, more room back here. Refrigerator there behind the drivers, then a cabinet behind the officer's seat, 2 outboard forward-facing seats with a big cabinet there in the center. And then, of course, it's got the Rosenbauer clean air scrubber built inside of it. We're doing a bunch of those things. The clean cab stuff is not plummeted, but it's changed a little bit. So rather than taking all the SCBAs out of the cab and putting all that in the back, that clean air scrubber really does a lot. And then you got this little compartment here, which is useful. You can put a couple of extinguishers or SCBA bottles in there. So moving our way down, this is Fenton's first SAM truck. So this has the SAM System, so smart foam 2.1, 20 gallons of Class A foam, all electric valves built into it, and like I said, the IDEX Scene Apparatus Manager SAM. You see a lot of videos that we do, it has that system built into it. We got a demo truck here right now with SAM built into it. So there's a SAM screen on both the driver and the passenger's pump panel, and then there's also a tablet inside the cab tied to the door jar. So there's a tablet that runs SAM. And then speed lays, sorry I should have mentioned this, 2 inch and a halves, and then the 2.5-inch speed lay. And then just a lot of great compartment layouts throughout the whole trucks. God, I can't remember the name of this. Aluminum Cabinet Company is this roll-out drawer system here. Basic stuff there. Got a couple of swing-out tool boards. A lot of room, a lot of stuff on this. Look at all the stuff they got mounted on this thing. And they still got more room for in the back there. You'll notice on a lot of Rosenbauers, so one neat feature with this truck is the fact that the body height up there is the same as the aerial device. So that's why it has roll-up doors. But on a lot of aerials, if you do roll-up doors down here, then you lose that space. So a lot of Rosenbauers, you'll see a combination of roll-up doors and hinge doors, and we paint a lot of these door tracks, which makes it all blend in so it doesn't stick out as bad. So if you'll notice, a bunch of them are kind of multi-hinged and roll-up doors. Same reason you get a big compartment here. This one turned out really good. Slide out tray for the fan, a couple angles for the sauce. Then more compartment space. Okay, then we got our Rosenbauer Easy Climb ladder here, tied to the door jar. Just gives you more of like a, I don't know, 30-degree angle going up there. A little bit easier to get up and down off the truck. Alrighty. Coming around the back here, this is where the Rosenbauer command screen is at. So this is all the aerial functions and operations are built into here. Torque box, we got a 35'2", 24'2", 16 roof. There's also another roof up on the aerial device. And then our power hose bed back here. So the power rollout tray comes out probably 15 feet or so. This one has air ride suspension, which actually lowers it a little bit more. And this thing will hold 600 feet of 5-inch hose. So a great way, again, to get yourself just some more space. Fenton then put this, just a removable tray up here. So they got, I'm gonna say 400 feet of 3 inches. They're gonna put just a dead load sitting back here. Then obviously their booster reel. That's got 150 foot of 3/4 on the booster. Kind of a neat place to tuck the booster reel. Sitting on top of the torque box up in here, just deploys out the back. Great utilization of space, putting it up inside of there. Then working our way down the passenger side here. Again, just a lot of compartment space. This one, the upper is only 12 inches deep because of that dead load in the back. So if you did not have a dead load, that would be full depth. This would be full depth. Same way here, this could all be full depth. Outlets, just storage, just a ton of stuff. It's got a smart power 10 kW hydraulic generator built into it. And then, like I said, in the front bumper is that 200 foot of 10-3 cord. Various outlets throughout just for them to be able to store more. We do a decent amount of generators on aerial devices, but on pumpers, engines, basic tankers, that kind of stuff, we're just not doing as many generators as we used to with all the battery type stuff that's taking place. It's a pretty great compartment, little giant, roll-out tool board here, roll-out tool board here. You can see it, they got all their struts and everything on there. They just got a ton of stuff on there, ton of stuff. And then back to the passenger side, another SAM screen sitting over here. One thing some of you truck company guys or aerial guys may have noticed, but the aerial inlet is on the passenger side. Most aerial inlets come out the back of the truck. This is an option that we do a decent amount of. It just kind of depends on your operations and some of the ways that people do it, but Fenton elected to put it over here on the right-hand pump panel, which is kind of neat. Another feature that we didn't talk about, but the jack is forward of the pump panel. So the standard position for the outriggers is over in here. It's more so on the other side, but as you're working at the pump panel, trying to go back and to get adapters and stuff in that compartment, it's kind of a pain when you got the outrigger right there. So we move the jack forward. The other advantage is your footprint. So your setup and everything changes dramatically by putting the jacks forward, gets that spread out, so your teeter effect, none of that stuff takes place. Just more compartments as we're going. Stokes basket up on top on the aerial. The aerial device is all painted, so pretty neat. Solid red truck, solid red aerial. The aerial is hot dip galvanized as well. So painted on the outside, hot dipped on the inside, 25-year corrosion warranty. Pretty neat feature. And then, sorry, I should have hit this one. Little compartment here. I don't know for sure what they're gonna store in there. I would bet some EMS stuff. And then officer's seat. Tons of room in there. And then last but not least, the mirror out in front. Something pretty neat, and then the little convex mirror looking down there. So we'll put a bunch of other videos out there. Thank you very much to Fenton. We love it. You guys are great. They're about 10 minutes away from us here, so we appreciate everything with Fenton. They just bought an engine from us, a pumper, so that'll be in here not for a while, depending on parts whenever that stuff shows up. But thank you very much to Fenton. Thank you, Chief Kaminsky, for everything. Thank you for the truck committee, Jimmy Watkins, and everybody. We really appreciate it. So more videos to come. Thanks everybody for watching.